Well, good morning, everyone. I see people are still joining, so we'll wait for a few minutes. There's some people still connecting. So let's wait a couple of minutes, and then we'll just get right away on it. Thank you for being so timer. Okay, well now it seems that the joining rate has plateaued. So maybe we can just get right on it. Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Jordi Ayats, and I represent Algactive, Microalgae company, biotech company based in Barcelona. Today we're here represented by Carlo Sessa, our Italian distributors. So thank you for kind of setting up the webinar and giving us, the opportunity for being here. Thank you all for joining us for this virtual event organized by Making Cosmetics. Big thanks to the organization also for making this possible. We hope that you are doing well and staying safe during this challenging time. As always, please feel free to write down your questions during the presentation and in the chat box. But I will also open the Q&A chat at the end of the webinar for answering all your doubts. Today we'll be looking at how microalgae are redefining the whole concept of beauty with our and sustainability with our new ingredient, Algactive Body Skin, an upcycled microalgae waste to repair and reshape stressed skin. We have really exciting news. Since we launched this product, we've seen that it has so much versatility in the skin that we are now launching facial skincare clinical testing for this ingredient. So stay tuned for getting more updates on that. But overall, I mean, this product is going to be redefining the whole concept of sustainability. Because the truth is that the appeal of natural products has been always very intuitive. I mean, over the past few years, natural skincare has exploded as people become increasingly aware of all the chemicals they're putting on their skin. And it's no surprise that the skincare market has boomed. The good thing is that natural ingredients aren't just positive for the skin, but for our planet as well. Um, However, and that's what's worrying the consumer, is that the natural skincare world can be confusing. Brands can get away with using terms like natural loosely, without necessarily having to prove it, and they're making their products seem something they are not. Luckily for us, consumers are becoming now more conscious than ever, and they're just looking for high quality ingredients, but products and ingredients that are also sourced well. So they are starting to think about the long term impact of the ingredients in the environment. Um, so it makes a lot of sense focusing on sustainability right now. I mean, this is a hot trend in cosmetics. It's here to stay. So we need to really invest all of our innovation effort in development of natural, sustainable active ingredients for skincare. Um, so consumers are now more than ever interested, not that much in the product, but as well in the process, and that's where biotechnology comes in. Biotechnology is offering this best of both world options. This is natural ingredients, sustainably created in the lab. So it really allows us to use the power of potent botanicals without contributing to water waste and land use, while using and reducing the carbon footprint of the process. And it turns out that one of the most powerful botanicals to ever exist loves biotechnology. So coming all the way down from the beginning of all photosynthetic life, microalgae are the perfect source for active ingredients when it comes to sustainability and skin activity. They can be isolated in nature and grown in these closed photobioreactors without depleting its beautiful biodiversity. They are everywhere. They are in marine, freshwater ecosystems, thermal waters, soil, and even rock. I mean, these photosynthetic organisms are some of the oldest life forms on Earth, and they are unicellular and they are functionally viable by themselves. So by collecting just a few drops of water, we can really use microalgae as natural cell biofactories, minimizing the environmental impact of the process while guaranteeing the highest quality. And this is precisely the essence of Algactive. We collect and identify wild microalgae strains, and we grow them in our closed photobioreactors. These are actually our facilities in Barcelona, so we can obtain high performance, sustainable active ingredients for skincare. And we are really taking skincare and molecular beauty to the next level. I mean, we ensure that every element and every step of the journey of each of our products is sustainable, is pure, and above all, trustworthy. So you can call it green, you can call it natural, sustainable, vegan, or cruelty-free. I mean, there's little doubt that microalgae are one of the building blocks of future-proof beauty. But what if we take this even further, right? I mean, what if we just take it one step further? Well, if your answer was an enthusiastic yes, then you are in the right place, because we are presenting this year Algactive Body Skin. This is our latest launch, and it's designed to not only take care of our skin, but as well to inspire sustainability pioneers by upcycling these microalgae waste. But it's also delivering skin firming and remodeling for the ultimate molecular workout. And we are not only upcycling microalgae waste with body skin, we are upcycling the whole sustainability and skincare concepts. Because I mean, the skincare has been redefining itself over the past few years. Active skincare is kind of breaking into the world of beauty as this meaningful trend that works in sync with our skin as we care for our health and wellness. And that is exactly what body skin represents. This is a molecular technology designed to actively, work with our skin, no matter your skin type or age. Because beauty, wellness, and health are rapidly converging. I mean, the conversation around skincare is shifting, and it's no longer about covering up imperfections. It's about looking good and feeling good. And for us to feel really good, our skin needs to be in tip-top shape. So we know that healthy and smooth skin is rich in protein fibers and moisturizing molecules that feel it from within. And this structural framework of proteins is what is providing both firmness and shape to our skin. And our skin is constantly degrading and creating these fibers, right? I mean, this is why our skin is a dynamic shield, because it's maintaining this dynamic balance between, you know, kind of destroying and creating skin matrix that allows us to sense the world while protecting us from it. Right? And we know that MMPs are responsible for degrading the extracellular matrix before this restructuring phase. Right? They are basically enzymes that are degrading all the structural proteins, basically collagen, but as well elastin and fibronectin. And then on the other side, on the restructuring phase, we have extracellular matrix organizers, such as lumican, that are really in charge of restructuring our skin. And to keep up with our fast-paced, active lifestyle, our skin needs to, be given a break to heal and remodel itself. And if we do not provide such relief, then these skin fibers can overstretch and collapse. The thing is that just a small change in this balance due to exercise or pregnancy or diet changes, it can affect the skin's elastic properties and stretching it and making it more delicate. And when our skin is tested to its limits and this balance is disrupted, then we see how it's suffering from, the support structure of the skin is weakened and thin, and it's just causing it to break and lose its tone and firmness. So this is exactly what we're looking at with this product. We're trying to rescue stressed skin by restructuring it from within and reshaping it on the outside. So it's going to be all about firmness and resculpting the skin. Again, you will see body care clinical testing in this presentation, but now this product is being expanded to facial skincare. I mean, we know that the results would be exactly the same in terms of the potency of the ingredient, because it really works well with our skin, and our skin is the same in our face and our body. So we are expecting great data on that. Elle will be excited to share that with you. But for starting, I mean, we inspired ourselves in microalgae. We always, look at microalgae and how they are adapting to all kind of stress factors, because microalgae, just like us, I mean, they get stressed in their own way. I mean, they do not get pregnant. They don't have stress like because of the college exam or whatever, but they get other stress factors: UV radiation, nutritional stress, salinity. They are major stress factors that affect adversely the growth and development of microalgae. But microalgae, they have dynamic and incredibly resistant cell walls that allow them to cope with extreme conditions. And they contain a unique polysaccharides. This is a unique cocktail of polysaccharides that are really strengthening their cell wall. So you see that here we have this green microalgae, Hematococcus pluvialis, that under prolonged stress conditions, it's transforming itself into these large red cysts that are accumulating astaxanthin on the inside, but as well thickening its cell wall. And this is an adaptation to the most demanding environment in nature, but today this is artificially reproduced to obtain high quality natural astaxanthin. And then in Iceland, we have a partner that uses Haemococcus fluvialis to, it grows it in closed photobioreactors, combining mineral-rich glacial water and renewable geothermal energy to create the purest natural astaxanthin. And astaxanthin is used for muscle enhancement or muscle endurance and skin resilience as a nutraceutical. But the empty microalgae cell wall was discarded, was wasted away. How can it be, right? I mean, these incredible, beautiful waste just gone away. So we didn't want it to be wasted. We didn't want it to be wasted away. So we really thought that this unique cocktail of polysaccharides that microalgae have evolved to create during thousands of years. I mean, this is really a unique source for an active ingredient. And we decided to do something about it and create this new upcycled technology using this fantastic microalgae waste. And let's be honest, I mean, upcycling is the new way when it comes to clean and sustainable beauty. I mean, it's not gaining momentum every day, but represents a serious step towards a more sustainable future for beauty brands. So upcycling is going to be the new way to go from now on. And now we are basically upcycling a waste of microalgae that's coming from Iceland. So our partner is growing Haemococcus fluvialis in closed photobioreactors to produce this sustainable astaxanthin. And then they are basically stressing a little bit the microalgae. So it transforms its biochemistry. And then the astaxanthin is obtained from the oil fraction of the microalgae biomass. And this astaxanthin-rich polyresin is obtained through CO2 critical extraction. And then this is basically one of the clearest form there is. And then it's just leaving these perfect, pure, empty shells of microalgae that first were wasted away, but today we are bringing them back to Barcelona. We are upcycling it, and we are creating this unique cocktail of barrier polysaccharides that are, designed to take care of stressed skin, that is algae-active body skin. And we've known for years, I mean, astaxanthin as this potent nutraceuticals, but now it is time for us to discover these fantastic polysaccharides of microalgae that are really interacting with our skin. So it's basically powerful skin beauty designed for the consumer that cares. And body skin is designed to restore these molecular imbalances that we've seen at the beginning of this presentation. I mean, it's really designed to reshape and restore the structure of our skin, because as we've seen before, I mean, these imbalances can eventually break down our skin, causing conditions such as sagging or, elasticity and firmness loss, wrinkles, even stretch marks. And this happens simply because there's an imbalance between the amount of degrading and rebuilding molecules, as we've seen before. And we've focused on the key players on both sides of the process. So looking at MMPs, I mean, we know that MMPs break down the principal components of the dermis, which provide this structure and strength to our skin. So looking at these first in vitro data, we've seen how bioskin is really restructuring and reshaping the skin from within by modulating the MMP's activity. And we were evaluating MMP's concentration using specific antibodies in human fibroblasts. And after 48 hours, well, the cells exposed to algae-active body skin pushed the skin dynamics back to the middle by increasing MMP3 and 2 intracellular concentration by 46 and 52, respectively. But body skin is not just reverting this scenario, but it's boosting our skin structure. So it's pushing it even further by increasing the concentration of extracellular matrix organizers, mainly lumican. Lumican is basically one of the major extracellular proteins that plays a key role in the extracellular matrix by organizing the fibers of collagen. So without lumican, we would have unorganized collagen that makes no, difference in terms of skin structures and support, because it really needs lumican to, bind together and create these specific structures that are providing our skin with a resilience that we needed. So great in vitro data, and these insights are translated into these clinical studies. So now we have two different clinical studies. The first more focus on, see how the product was approaching holistically to shaping and, restructuring the skin. And then the second study was measuring specifically how the product was restructuring our skin from within to get rid of stretch marks, which are the main visible sign of skin stress, skin mechanical stress in this case. So the first study was really looking at elasticity and firmness. All of our studies are always conducted versus placebo, so they are double-blind, randomized, placebo-controlled studies. So the results that you can see are statistically significant, and the difference between the active and the placebo is really relevant, not just for skin elasticity, that they are great results, but for skin firmness, they are even better. So we really see how in 28 days, the product is strengthening our skin, firming it, and then in 56 days, it's just even better. So it's going better. 56 days is a long study. We wanted to really see how the product was, acting on the long-term run, and how it's really helping our skin to be more resilient and strong, measuring elasticity and firmness. And not just that, but as it was first a body care product, we measured how it was interacting with, this kind of molecular workout positioning that we really like. So it's really firming breasts and buttocks in the volunteers, but not just that, but it's also slimming. It has a slimming effect in 56 days, which is amazing. And then you have an overall moisturizing data that it's always good for a skincare product. I mean, these are polysaccharides, so of course they'll have a natural moisturizing effect, but it's really nice to see how it's just locking moisture until the end of the study. So it's a long-term gentle care for the skin. And then looking at stretch marks, specifically at stretch marks, we were measuring how the active ingredient at 1% was reducing the appearance of stretch marks. So measuring stretch mark color and length, 28 and 56 days as well. Great data on both parameters. And then in terms of how the volunteers felt about the product, how they really sensed a change using the active ingredient, body, skin. Well, we asked them at the end of the study several things. So this is a self-assessment, and you can really see a fantastic difference between the active and placebo, which is quite relevant being a blind test. And then the results are fantastic for everything that's related to stretch marks. So you have stretch mark size reduction, skin uniformity improvement, you have a stretch mark appearance reduction. So it's really a nice overall profile for a stressed skincare. And then 80% of customer satisfaction, which is great. But then the pictures are fantastic. I mean, you can really see how just in 20 days, 1% the product is just fading away. The stretch marks, this volunteer, this one is even better. I mean, you can really see how the skin is reshaping itself. We are changing the skin structure, so this wound, this stretch mark, this prolonged wound is just healing. And then you can really see a difference between, you know, the beginning of the study and then the end of the study, how the skin has healed itself with the product. And then in terms of specifications, I mean, the inking is really clean, really simple. It's just maltodextrin. This is a powder product, so it's just maltodextrin and the microalgae extract. So it's a water-soluble ingredient. You just need to rehydrate it before using it, but it's tested at 1%, so use level 1%. And the nicest thing of the product is that it's really stable in terms of no heat and pH constraints. I mean, it's really stable. It's just a transparent liquid once it's rehydrated. But the good thing is that you can play with it and create all kind of formulas with it, because these polysaccharides are so stable that they allow you to play with the product and, you know, get these natural products with an amazing performance that are going to be China compliant, vegan, because all of our ingredients are vegan, and then Cosmo certified. And that would be it from me. So thank you for your attention. I just want to take this opportunity to announce that we have a brand new website that is live. So please just take your time to, you know, walk through it. And there's a lot of information about our ingredients. But if you have any more questions, just please feel free to send us an email or contact Carlo Sessa, our distributor in Italy, and, you know, we'll be happy to help. And now I'll open the Q&A chat. So if someone has a question, I think you will be able to speak right now. All right, so there's no questions, it seems. Again, feel free to send a follow-up email for this webinar. We'll be happy to answer all your doubts. And okay, so thank you for your time. Have a good rest of the virtual show, and stay safe. Bye.